In the current circumstances where financial companies don't do that well, in South Africa we are fortunate. We've got a very stable banking system, and fortunately we've got a very stable exchange. So obviously we are delighted. We don't take it for granted because there's no guarantee of what things look like going forward. But you know the formula for the JSE. You've got to watch costs very carefully, which you do. Then
it's a fixed cost business.
It's a fixed cost business, that's right. So for that reason you've got to watch the costs very carefully, which we do. And then you've got to make certain that people want to use the exchange. And people will only use the exchange if you're providing the service that they're looking for. And that's what we concentrate on a lot by staying close to all our stakeholders and making sure that we understand what do they want. It's that story. The story hasn't changed. It's the issuer and the investor. What do they want?
In 2007, 67 companies listed on the JSE.
Yeah.
2008, we
23.
see 23. Is this just a reflection of the current market conditions?
Yes.
It's not to do with the JSE service at the end of the day?
No, I doubt very much it's to do with the JSE service. Listings last year were very sparse all over the world. So we're very thankful for those 23. And those 23 did include things like BAT, which was fantastic.
Which is now the largest company.
Which is now the largest company by market cap. And then we've got Vodacom to look forward to.
5th of May.
5th of May, which is fantastic again. So now we're saying we're looking for the size of the listings instead of the number of the listings.
So suitably manoeuvring your target.
Yes.
You've got no long-term borrowing, 946 million rand on the balance sheet. You're continuing with the acquisition strategy. We're looking at the Mauritius Stock Exchange, which is in its infancy, but it looks as though also going to come to fruition. Are you not concerned about conserving cash right now?
Not at all. I think lots of people would like to be in our position. But if the BSIF deal, for instance, goes through, there's 240 million that goes out immediately. You're right, we are talking to the Mauritian Stock Exchange. We've been talking to them for a while. That also requires regulatory approval, and we're looking to acquire a strategic stake there, and that's also going to be an amount of money. I wouldn't like to say how much, but it's associated with a strategic stake. It's immaterial to the JSE, either from an earnings or a balance sheet point of view. So that will use up quite a bit of the cash resources. We're not finished with our IT developments. That's going to continue. That capital expenditure has to continue. The Africa board, that's going to require some money. So current circumstances, Bronwyn, I'm very happy to be sitting on this, what some people like to call a lazy balance sheet.
And very quickly, finally, what in your view is happening to the world right now, Russell? I mean, it looks as though it's imploding before our eyes, and you must be speaking to key stakeholders around the world. Can you give us your thoughts?
Yes. First of all, my view, this is not like some people now very conveniently like to say a collapse of the free enterprise system. It's not. That's absolute nonsense. This is a failure of the financial markets, and the financial markets did fail. And the last thing that the real economies needed, seeing they were headed in this direction more or less in any case, was the financial market crisis on top of everything. But we've got it. Well, this scale of problem you don't sort out overnight. The one thing is for certain is that the people most affected, the US, desperately want to get themselves out of it. They're going to work very hard to do that. And they are key in helping the world get out of it. But it's going to take time. This thing has to be digested. There has to be further disclosure. I don't believe all the disclosure has taken place yet. And when all the worms have come out of the woodwork, then it's a question of slowly but surely rebuilding. And rebuilding confidence, because confidence has been dented. This is also a failure in confidence.